Yes, now guys, and welcome yourself to another video here on the channel. We are going to do a little bit of an experiment today. We are going to be doing a perfect spine. So basically, we've created a perfect striker, a perfect midfielder, a perfect defender. I haven't done goalkeeper because I feel like that'd be a bit too overpowered. So we've done striker, midfielder, defender, and we are going to simulate that into the future and see what happens, really. Keep an eye on it and see where York City can get. Right guys, as you can see here, we are in on the York City page, the 23rd in the Vanarama National. Let's just quickly jump into this. We're going to do season preview here. As you can see, the players are not actually in the Dream 11. That is because, and York are predicted to finish first. Now, I don't know if that is how it is normally. I didn't check when I was setting up this save. However, if we go into York, oh, that's working. If we go into York City, you'll notice that they're not actually in this squad here. So we've named them, they've literally got the last name perfect. We've started them in the under 18s. Now you can see they've got transfer ranges. I'm going to have to bump that up every time it gets close to that, close to the 28, like the transfer range. Just because I set it up all in game rather than doing it through the pre-game editor, which I should have done. But let's see the three here. We've got Harvey Perfect, Rohan Perfect, and George Perfect. All due to join in, 5 years' time? But obviously, I'll jump back in and change that. All 16 years of age. They are literally all perfect players. I've left the height and stuff the same. Everything else really is the same. So these three, I've started them in the under 18s. I want to see how quickly they get into the first team. Obviously, if we put them straight in here, they'll be starting straight away. But I want to see if York or like a lower league team or whatnot would be able to distinguish that they are literally the best player ever. But yeah, let's just jump into this and let's get the first season sim to see if they start playing. And we are back into the 2024 season. 1 year later, I believe the season is fully finished. So let's go have a look if I can spell at York City. The first in the Vanarama National. Key player, as we can see there, is George Perfect, which is the midfielder, actually. I expected it to be the striker, maybe. But no, it is there as the striker. That is the first time they won the National League as well. So let's go straight into the schedule. Let's see how they actually performed. So, I mean, we can see playing lower teams there, but they had an unbeaten 12 games into the season until they lost against Solihull. Form then went a bit dodgy, but then they've been unbeaten from December, from the start of December, shall we say, all the way down to the end of the season. They have not lost a single game, and as we can see at the bottom there, they have won the FA Trophy. They did lose in the FA Cup, however, against Boston. Just seen that there. Beating Boston United 3-1, which they've just lost. Boston that they've just lost to the FA. Beating Maidenhead 4-2, 3-0 against Ebbsfleet, 3-1, and as we can see, all the perfects are playing, except the defender in that one. But yeah, 3-1 against Torquay, Hartlepool 2-2 on penalties. Just about, that's in the semi-final. They're perfect getting another goal. As you can see, centre-back perfect starting, but not the midfield perfects. He must have picked up an injury. And then beating Eastleigh 3-1 in the final. But all perfects playing. Obviously, he got injured and red carded. Did the defender. Typical. But yeah, so we are now, let's take a quick look at their squad. So we've got Harvey Perfect there. That's, I believe, the striker, scoring 21 goals, 9 assists. The midfielder, we've got 13 goals, 13 assists, almost an 8 rating over the whole season. But then if we look again here for Perfect here, the defender playing 28 times, assisting 9 times as centre-back. That's not too bad. although I did freeze them, so for some reason they are dropping, so I'll have to go in and change all that again. But they did get York City promoted, so I'm going to go change all the stats back to perfect stats, and I will simulate into the 5th season to see how things are going. And we have arrived in the the end of the 5th season. Let's have a look. York 4th in the Premier League. Does that mean they've got Champions League this season? 22 years of age. Let's go on to competitions. UCL 4th position. They finished on 75 points. Damn. Let's see how they did in the previous years. They came up this season, finished 9th in the first season, I believe, 27-28. Yeah, so they came straight up every league, right? That's right, isn't it? Yeah, they came up straight every league. That's crazy. They finished 9th in the first season, and then they finished 4th in their second season in the Premier League, which is pretty crazy. So if we look at this, they won the Vanarama National League 2024, then won this in 2025, then won League 2 2025, League 1 2026, Sky Bet Championship 2027, and now they're in the Champions League. So let's go and have a look how the players got on. Let's have a look how they did in the Premier League first. So let's see if they've won anything. So, I mean, they almost went unbeaten some seasons. So we know obviously, let's check all the cups. So this season they got beat in the EFL trophy. Got beat there in the 3rd round by Hull of the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and they lost in the 5th round to Everton in the 24-25 season. They won the EFL trophy in 25-26. Is there anything else there? They lost in the 5th round of the FA Cup and lost in the 4th round of the Carabao Cup there. They lost in the quarter-final against Everton again. Then they lost in the 5th round of the FA Cup to Chelsea. This season, they got to the 5th round of the FA Cup, then lost in the... what happened there? Oh yeah, then they lost in the quarter-final to Manchester City. But I would just have it figured out there. They lost in the 2nd round of the... That's crazy. Of the Carabao Cup to West Brom. Perfect playing there, scoring a penalty. So let's go on to the players. So as we can see here, the boys are still absolutely smashing it. So the defender, let's see how he's done stat wise, is 227 games, averaging 7.41 throughout all of those games. It's coming up with the assists there though. So he got 7 in the National League, 13 in League 2, 11 in League 1, 13 in the Championship, which is pretty crazy actually. 10 player of the matches. 10 player of the matches there as well. He's got 6 assists in the first season of the Premier League, 4 player of the matches, 7.24 in his first season in the Premier League, and then 1 goal, 6 assists, 3 player of the matches, 7.33 average rating this season, playing pretty much every game as well. He's also been playing, has he played internationally? He has 20 caps, 5 goals for England. Have England won anything since 2028? So let's have a look if we've won anything. We won the Nations League 2025, runners up 2027. Other than that, no World Cups and no European Championships just yet. So as you can see there, the key player for him is perfect with 3 T's, which we know is the midfielder here, so we'll have a look at him next. So Let's have a look how he's done over the years. So, first season, 21 games, 7.91 average rating, 11 player of the matches. So, second season in League 2, 24 goals, 26 assists, 18 player of the matches, and 8 rating over the 39 games. 44 appearances in League 1, 18 goals, 20 assists, and 13 player of the matches is 7.74. The first, we're going to skip Championship, 23 goals, 14 assists there. He's got 12 goals, 17 assists in the first season of the Premier League. He's then got 13 goals, 21 assists, and a 7.74 average rating in his second season in the Premier League. So you can see there, he's done 223 appearances, 7.79 average rating throughout all those. 99 goals, 106 assists, and 81 player of the matches. Bearing in mind these guys now are only 22-year-old, which is absolutely mental. So for England, he's got 37 caps, 11 goals, so he's been pretty much a key. But obviously, he's got 2 goals in the FIFA World Cup qualifying stages, just down at the bottom there. So we should be seeing the World Cup soon as well. So let's have a look at Harvey, which is the striker here. Over the seasons, he's got 201 appearances, 176 goals, 65 assists, and 45 player of the matches. A 7.72 average rating over them appearances. First season, 20 appearances, 16 goals, 7 assists. 43 in the League 2, 42 goals, 12 assists. League 1, 41 goals in 42 games, 15 assists. Championship, 31 goals. The first season of the Premier League struggled a little bit. 18 games, 14 goals. He must have got injured at some point there. But then stepped it up next season with 32 goals in 38 appearances. So if we jump in and have a look at the Premier League, we can see here that he did finish Golden Boot winner of this season. 32 goals. Bukayo Saka, the next one down, almost half of his goals. Haaland there on 18, so he struggled clearly, but that is incredible. So they're now in the Champions League, as well as hopefully winning the Premier League at some point. So you see there's a George Perfect, 21 assists. Other than that, I don't believe. We've got their player of the match is George Perfect as well, which is the midfielder. Free kick goals, Harvey Perfect has got 4 free kick goals. Most shots blocked there in the 90 minutes is Rowan, which is the defender. So we're going to jump up now another, I might just do another 8 seasons till they're 30 years of age and see how it goes with them. So we'll see you when we simulated those. And we are back after all the simulating that I have done. We are in 2040. Now, the boys are still at, I don't know why I just pressed that, are still at York. They finished 4th in the Premier League this season. However, I checked on them halfway through. And if we just go and find them here, you'll notice that they haven't played too many games over the last, 3, 6, 9, 11 seasons. I'm not sure why that's happened. But I can only presume it's with them bringing in players and they want to play younger players. So I decided to end the simulation, in 2040 to see how they've done, if they've won anything. But I mean, none of them are getting above 10 games a season for the past 11 years. And I'm quite baffled, because they're still getting in the ratings. However, we will have a look to see how they have helped. They haven't really helped, have they? York finished 4th this season. And if we go have a look at the stages, they finished in 4th that season. 8th, 7th, 4th again, then 3rd, then 8th, then 6th, down in 10th, which means they won a thing because they were still in European, won a cup. 6th again, down in 12th that season, then back up to 6th, then in 4th this current season. So they've been a top half club. Well, I'd say a top six club for the past 10 years of this simulation. We're going to check in on their best 11, see if they're in there. So we've got Perfect there as the right striker. Then you've got the midfield one. And we've also got the defender. So he's still in the best 11. Harvey there, scoring over 360 goals in 404 appearances for the club in total, which is absolutely incredible, by the way. Obviously, I mean, he's a perfect player. So, as we can see here on this screen, they've won a Community Shield in 2036. They've won an FA Cup in 36 as well, obviously, because, yep. They won the Super Cup in 37, and then also won the Europa League in 37 too. Neil Ardley is still the manager for 1,831 games. It has changed. So if we go in to see the players themselves, let's have a look at their milestones. So we can double check actually quickly before we look at milestones. Rowan, so the defender, has got 151 caps, 22 goals for England. George Perfect, the midfielder, 162 caps and 42 goals for England. And then Harvey having 159 caps and 137 goals for England, which does make him England's all-time highest scoring. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it does, 137. I was thinking of the Premier League one for a second then. Obviously Harry Kane's got that at the minute with 50 odd, right? So if we go in and look at the milestones and just have a look at this, named in England's seasonal best 11, European International League best player, UEFA Nations League winner, named England's best 11 again. He won the Adidas Golden Shoe. Best 11 again, England best 11 again. You see how all these are England ones actually for some strange reason. England's best 11, England's best 11. Overall best 11, seasonal best 11. Is there anything else? He's won the Golden Shoe and the Golden Boy in the World Cup. They didn't win the World Cup though, because it would state saying that they won it, but they did win a UEFA European Championship. This is going to be the same for all the players because they would have been playing together. Again, Golden Boots, best 11s, galore. Did they win anything else over the Nations League? FIFA World Cup winners in 2034. Eventually we got there. The year after winning, not the year after, 2 years after winning the Euros, we went and won the World Cup finally. But yeah, I'm just really confused on why the careers just dwindled down. But we're gonna look at the Ballon d'Or. Haaland won it there. We won't have got up into there until around this is when they got back in the Premier League. But as you can see, not a single one of them. But just for some strange reason, the boys just aren't playing anymore. So yeah. So as a roundup, they managed to get York City. Up to the Premier League, keep them in the top until they built the club up and built the club up and built the club up, and then just slowly dwindled away. Or £55 a week after all of that still. But they are going on to better things to Real Madrid in the rest of the save. I just can't believe the careers dwindled away like that. And on that note, that is the careers over of the boys. Yeah, I just don't understand why the careers dwindled away like they have. I mean, they've managed to win the World Cup, managed to win the Euros with England, which is finally, am I right, for those English ones out there. But yeah, that is going to be the end of this video. If you have enjoyed, make sure you leave a like rating. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. And, well, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you want to see in the future. But also, let me know some constructive criticism. I'm always looking to improve on these videos, so whatever I can do better to make them better, let me know. And I will try and improve that in future. And yeah, I will see you in the next one.